most people rally round in the Westminster Village and actually try and support someone that's going through a difficult time.
Here's Tory peer Stuart Jackson on BBC's Politics Live. After losing his seat in the 2017 general election, he floated around until he became Baron Jackson, thanks to being on Boris Johnson's honours list. Anyway, that's all beside the point. He's finishing off his rather sympathetic response to news of Tory MP Mark Menzies' extraordinary reason for having the whip removed. Once he's finished, listen to Labour MP Chris Bryant talk about the appalling behaviour and actions going on in Westminster.
So I think that's the answer, and I hope that Mark does get the help, and others that are in a tricky situation as well.
Let's talk about carers, because...
Well, hang on. This is the worst Parliament in our history. 24 MPs have been...
In terms of the numbers, you mean?
24 MPs have been suspended for a day or more, or have left Parliament before a report into their misconduct has been published. And on top of that, 18 MPs now don't have the whip. The majority are Conservatives, as it happens. But some of those are people who are accused or have already been found guilty of sexual harassment, bullying, rape and domestic violence. This is a terrible Parliament. And one of the things that really upsets me is that Penny Mordaunt, who is the Leader of the House, has had on her desk now for more than 6 months a very simple proposal to deal with precautionary exclusion, risk-based exclusion of MPs who are accused of a sexual or a violent crime, which is exactly what you would have in any other line of work in the country, and she has refused to bring it to the House of Commons. I think this further brings the House of Commons into disrepute. All the polling over the last 70 years shows that this Parliament is the most distrusted, the Parliament with the worst reputation.
Sorry, Chris.
And that's why
Chris,
I think it's really,
Chris,
really important.
Physician, heal thyself.
Hang
I mean,
on.
you lied about two separate individuals in Parliament, and under threat of legal action, you had to apologise. You lied about Nigel Farage, and you lied about Christopher
You were appointed
Chandler,
to the House of Lords by Boris Johnson.
You lied and you refused to apologise.
Stuart and Chris, we're not going to have mudslinging
So
here in terms of party politics.
Other people.
It's an important point that you
Take
made
the mote out
about...
of your
Hang
own
on.
eye.
It's an important point that you made about Penny Mordaunt and what should happen in these cases in terms of having access to the Palace of Westminster. We're going to leave it there.
Click here for a video on Richard Tice being laughed at for his net zero views.